Welcome to Black Royalty Success Digital Media TV, where good work progress to be great work.
To be disrupted as gunshots ring out.
WGN's Courtney Spinelli is live on the west side with the latest. Courtney.
Jackie and Timon, good afternoon. This afternoon, multiple people were arrested as tensions escalated in the city's Little Village neighborhood. Police say multiple guns were recovered, multiple objects were thrown at officers, and we do know that those taken into custody were taken to several places, one of those police districts right here at CPD's 10th District.
It's just it's out of control.
This right here, part of the reason why the historic Cinco de Mayo parade was canceled Sunday afternoon. It was set to step off at noon near Cermak and Damon, making its way to Marshall in California.
A lot of families, a lot of kids love parades. You know, I hate to see it happen, and you know, it really bothers me, and it bothers everyone.
Due to area gang violence, police say they made the joint decision with elected officials and parade organizers out of an abundance of caution. Residents say parade goers and participants were getting ready for the celebration to start.
And then just chaos just happens, you know? There's no respect.
Police sources say this is part of an ongoing territorial dispute between rival gangs. The violence unfolding along Cermak and surrounding streets on Sunday.
All right, 22nd in California, they're still shooting, guys. 2-2 in California. 4 shots fired. We got gangbangers pulled garbage cans up down the block over at 22nd in California.
Tensions escalating as officers tried to disperse crowds. Police sources say people were still shooting. Groups flashing what appear to be gang signs on opposite sides of the road as crowds were running from one area to the next.
They're moving. They're starting to hit squad cars.
As streets in the area remain closed down, businesses like Raymond's Tacos shuttered their doors as vendors cleared the area. An impact to the people trying to make a living, as well as the ones living in the area where this unfolded.
You know, people are afraid to come into the neighborhood, and people are moving out, but this is home, so I live here.
What happens is that the community, they're afraid of the gangs.
The excitement to hold a parade canceled several times over the last few years due to various reasons, taken away once again. Residents say they want to see change happen so people don't have to live in fear.
I hope they step up the police presence, you know. We are concerned, and I know the police are doing their best.
For Chicago to be a better community, we all need to work together. We need not to be afraid.
On what's going on Street News TV.
Now, right now, some conflicting information we're trying to work out. Police say that while the parade was canceled, those floats and their participants did have to be routed out of the area. So while it looks like there may have been a parade that was held and they were moving along a different route, they say they were just trying to get them out of there. Meantime, Alderman Byron Siccho Lopez and his office are disputing that claim, saying the parade went on as scheduled, starting on Damon along Blue Island until it finished at Blue Island and Washtenaw. A heavy police presence remains in that area right now, and police say they have been responding to ongoing shot spotter alerts in that area all day. No officers were reported with any injuries in all of this. For now, reporting live outside of CPD's 10th District, Courtney Spinelli,
Breaking news overnight in Long Beach. Police rushing to a shooting scene with several people injured.
Yeah, we are learning that there are 7 victims. Eyewitness News reporter Tim Caputo live in Long Beach this morning with the details. Tim.
Good morning, guys. 7 people is correct. 4 in critical condition, 3 with non-life-threatening injuries. You see behind me, this is still a very active scene here on East South Street. I want to take you over here and show you. This is where the edge of the police tape is. A number of Long Beach officers set up here at Paramount Boulevard. Essentially, the entire street is blocked off to here as police continue to investigate this overnight shooting. I can tell you we have seen a number of officers, including crime scene investigators, out here this morning collecting evidence, especially right on the street. If you see behind me here where those flashing lights are, that's where we've seen a number of those officers putting down those evidence markers. As we zoomed in, we saw evidence markers going up to number 50, showing just how many pieces of evidence there is to gather out here. At this point, no arrests have been made in this case. This started at 11:15 last night. A call came into Long Beach Police that there was a shooting on East South Street. 7 people were shot, rushed to the hospital. As I mentioned, 4 in critical condition, 3 non-life-threatening injuries. injuries. The suspect, shooter or shooters in this case, left the scene, and when police arrived, they were not here. The investigation then began, and at this point, police have been here for the better part of about 6 hours trying to piece this all together. The area itself here is kind of mixed use. You have a number of bars and clubs here. We also saw there's a little strip mall with like a kind of laundromat and salon as well. There's a equipment rental place here. So this is going to be a little bit difficult for police, especially when it comes to finding potential witnesses in this case. Obviously, with 7 people shot out here, we do know that there were a number of people likely here. So talking to them to try to figure out exactly a description of the shooter is going to go a long way for police in trying to solve this case. At this point, obviously no motive in this case, as they don't have any suspects at this moment. And as you see behind me, at least 10, 12 police cruisers out here, even more detectives and police as they try to piece this together to figure out exactly what led up to this shooting, and of course finding out who did this and arresting that person responsible.
Thank you for watching our
Obviously, stay here
digital
all morning
media,
and continue to bring the latest as it becomes
support.
available.